a number of years ago, I was sitting in a shul, and a young man comes over to me. I was learning Nesiva Shalom, and it was Parashas Matzos Masoi, and there was a shtickle Torah over there that talked about the 42 Masois that Yidden took when they're in the Midbar. And he said, can I learn the Nesiva Shalom with you? I said, sure, let's learn it together. And we began to learn Nesiva Shalom together. It was incredible. And this Yid said, after we got finished with it, it was all about journeys. A Yid's journey in life. Klal Yisrael went from place to place, and so too every Yid in his life is going to go through journeys. He's going to go from place to place, but then he's going to find his way eventually to where he has to get to in life. And when I said this to this young man said, I want to tell you a great story. He said when he was a teenager, he got lost. He grew up in a frum family in Brooklyn, in New York, and yeshiva was not for him, and he dropped out. He ended up living alone in Manhattan with some friends who were not frum, and he said, what happened to me, I just sort of left the derech. And I grew my hair long, and I wasn't really keeping the mitzvahs the way I should have at all. I wasn't putting on tefillin anymore, and Shabbos was not so great. And then he said, I had a bar mitzvah in Lakewood. And I went to this bar mitzvah, and I was really out of place. Everyone had their black hats and the black suits. I came with my purple jacket and my loud clothing and my long hair. But then all of a sudden, the Rebbe of the bar mitzvah boy grabbed a hold of me, and he started to dance with me. And he was pulling me in the circle and dancing, and I was having such a great time because I love to dance. And there I was dancing with this Rebbe, and then he gave me a hug. And something happened to me. I felt his love. And a few days later, I decided, you know what? I'm going to Eretz Yisrael. I'm going to start learning. And I cut my hair. I went to Eretz Yisrael. And the rest, as they say, is history. Now, what happened was, I didn't know at the time, but this Rebbe later told me. He told me something incredible. The next day, he went to his class. And he told him that last night, I met a cousin of the bar mitzvah boy. And he really has a good neshama, but we got to bring him closer to Torah. Let's say a kapitel tehillim for him. And the whole class said a kapitel tehillim for me. Little did I know in Shemayim something was going on, and the Rebbeinu Shalom made me feel that energy. And that must be what got me to go to Eretz Yisrael, because I don't know what I was thinking at the time. There was no way I was going to go learn in the yeshiva. And I did. It was those boys' tefillos, I believe, that really gave me the inspiration. And today, this young man, Baruch Hashem, he's married and he has a mishpacha, and he's leading a life of B'nai Torah and a home. What a home of Torah and mitzvahs. And it all started from a love, from a hug from a Rebbe, to a hug from the class saying Tehillim for him. Let's see how we can love our fellow Jew. In the meantime, what will happen is they'll be mekarv them to Torah. We'll become greater. They'll become greater. We'll be making